What's up, gang? It's Willie Rebuild back with another one, baby. Back over here working on the old Cutlass. Few little things, few little situations, but nothing we can't take care of. But one little situation I'm having, a lot of people, they want to bring their own parts, and that's fine. But sometimes when you bring your own parts, you run into situations. So what we got here is we got the Harley mounts. He got an eBay oil pan. Let me see. Y'all probably can see I can't hook up the light and all that. But as you can see, the oil pan is hitting here and it's hitting here before the engine is all the way down on the mounts. And as you can see the black paint right there on the pan. On the passenger side, you see the black paint right here on the driver's side. Well, the engine is hitting, the oil pan is hitting the frame before the engine hit the mounts. So I called him up. I said, man, look, this is what we gonna do, man. We ain't about to keep going in and out, because in order for me to know that, I had to have the engine in the car. So I had to pull the engine and transmission back up out the car, gang. But that's one of the problems that you run in when the customer supply the parts. He pulling up now. He about to bring me the Harley oil pan, 302-3 oil pan, so we can fix that problem. So I'm gonna holler at him, and then I'm gonna cut y'all back on once I get everything squared away, and then I'm gonna tell y'all how not to run into situations like this. Yeah, gang, I'm back. Actually, it's a couple of days later, but what I went ahead and did was I talked to the customer, told him what was going on with the oil pan. So what we went ahead and did to solve the problem, as you can see, because the motor's sitting in the car, but what we went ahead and did to solve the problem was just put the Harley pan up under there, got the clearance we needed, and set everything down in there, no problem. The engine set down so easy with the right pan. As you can see, you could spin the bolt on the mount. The bolt slid right into the mounts, both of them, with my hand. I didn't have to pry, move the engine or anything, drop right in place. So that's something to watch out for when you're using the Harley mounts. They recommend using a pan. And on this call, I'm not actually sure what pan he brought. It was an eBay pan, but it definitely wasn't shallow enough to fit over the on the cross member. And the one that I put on the other Cutlass, it was like the same way, but not as bad. I was able to get it to go on the mounts after I played with it off camera for about 3 hours. But if you're gonna use this setup, the Harley mounts, Harley cross member, go ahead, spend the extra money, get the Harley oil pan, and be done with it. Cause it's gonna save you a lot of headache down the line when you go to fighting with the engine to get it to sit down on the mounts. And also, I mean, if the oil pan is touching the frame, you might get some vibration, once you get everything up and going. And then to change the oil pan, you're gonna have to damn near pull the engine back out of the car, gang. But other than that, I got everything painted up nice and pretty, and got the engine sitting in there, got the transmission in. This car was a 3-speed car, so I put the cross member under, but I gotta get the bracket today so I can extend the piece on these 3-speed cars that came from the factory with the 3-speed transmission. The frame don't go, this part of the frame, it don't come all the way back to here like it do on the 4-speed cars. So I gotta get the little bracket to extend that. That way the engine and trans will be in there and mounted up firm for good. But I did go ahead and put my fitting on my fuel line. Also, to utilize the Hydro Boost brakes, I got the fitting down here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but I put the fitting on there and converted that over to AN6 and got that hooked up. It's not tight, but I got everything hooked up. I just need to get a wire fitting for the low pressure side so I can run it down here under the to the power steering reservoir. And I gotta take the cluster out of it so I can hook up the decoder digital box to the speedometer to get the factory speedometer to work. And that's the box right here. Decoder digital. This converted from cable to wire for the speedo cable. But other than that, I got everything basically how I need it. Now it's just time to start wiring it up, putting everything back together, put everything in there and wire it up. I think I'm gonna go ahead. One guy told me in the comments one time, he seen I had the battery in the other Cutlass. Well, they didn't tell it to me. They told it to the guy who the car was for. He posted the video, a video of the car on the short or something. And the guy told him the battery was on the wrong side. I had the battery on the passenger side. I mean, there is no right or wrong side, but I guess I won't have to worry about nobody leaving. Yeah, gang, phone clicked out on me, but I guess I won't have to hear a comment like that because, as you can see, this was a diesel car, so it had 2 batteries in it. And when I mount certain stuff, you know, I try to keep everything uniform. Like on that car, actually on that car, I had the battery, I think, on the passenger side. This time, I'm gonna put the battery on the driver's side, just for the simple reason why this a Hydro Boost car. So you see it got a lot going on with the lines and stuff for the power steering and all of this on the driver's side. So to stop from having so much stuff cluttered up in one spot, I'll put the computer on the passenger side where it don't have a lot going on there and run my wires down that side, stick the battery on this side. Every car could be different. It don't matter if you building the same type of car, just different cars. I might do it different ways depending on what's going on. Like I got to mount on this car, I got to mount this box and all this stuff here. So I'll probably take the box and mount it behind the windshield wiper reservoir. Just different cars, you set it up different ways to try to keep everything looking clean and uniform. But whenever you're doing something custom, there is no wrong way to do it. Well, it is a wrong way to do it, but you do it to your liking. If he tell me he wanted the battery in the trunk, that wouldn't be the wrong way. That's where you want the battery at. So you know how it is, gang. Sometimes people think they know shit and really don't know nothing. You put the battery wherever you want it, but that's what I'm gonna do with this. Ain't much I can do today because I'm waiting on some wire to come in so I can make my run for my fuel tank. As you can see, I got all the fuel tank fittings and stuff set up like that there. I got my vent. So I'm just waiting on the wire to come because I ran out of wire. Waiting on some wire to come. I'm waiting on the owner. He gonna go get that bracket for me for the cross member today, so I could put that in there. And I'll take this clutch out. I'm gonna have to take this clutch out and be very careful doing it, because as you can see, this one probably be pretty good though and not cause a problem because the dash on it pretty solid. But I need to get that clutch out because I need to run this cable. I need to run this cable to the speedo. And like I say, some people ask me about like part numbers and stuff like that. You know, different cars or different setups, it might be different applications. You know, you might use different stuff depending on what you got going. Like he got the ICT bracket with the power steering at the top. You know, you might want to use the one at the bottom. You know, different applications, how you want to set it up, use different parts. So that's why I don't really get into the part numbers and this and this and that, because you might want to set it up different. Whoever the car for might want to set up different. So that's why I don't really post the part numbers. I don't want you to be mad with Willie Rebuild if you go and buy something and it don't work the way how you want it to work. So you see what's going on, giving y'all the update. I probably can go ahead and, oh yeah, the condenser, I got it back here. That's how I'm gonna run it. The trans cooler right on front of the condenser. And that should be good. That way I don't have to worry about trying to mount it here and there with the fan and all that on it. And this the radiator and fans. Like this here, like I was just saying with the part numbers and stuff. I never use these radiators, the cooling fans, or the radiator. So I don't want to give you the part number because I don't know what it's gonna do. When I give out parts or see this work or that work, that's because I done used it before. But some of the stuff he got on here, I never used it before. I'm not saying it's not gonna work, but if I haven't used it myself and had experience with using it, then I'm not gonna recommend it or tell you, hey, it's gonna work, because it's just something that I'm trying out for the first time. So that's why I don't really give out part numbers and stuff. That way you can't get mad and say, oh, I got this and it didn't work. I tried this and it didn't fit. But that's about it for this video, gang. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share the videos. I'm gonna have fire in the hole on this Cutlass next week. Like I said, I got everything I need. I got everything I need, minus a few knick-knack parts. I need to get some wire to make my runs, but other than that, I got the wire harness, got the mufflers and all that shit. Once I get it wired up, I can bring it to the exhaust shop, let them put some exhaust on it, and then we'll make a drive in it, and and put it on a dyno. The other Cutlass is still around. I'm waiting on my buddy to do some stuff he trying to do to the rim, and he changing the front clip on it. And he done put the exhaust on it. He going to get some gears put in the rim and he changing the front clip on it. He putting the European front on it. So I'll show y'all a little clip of the old Cutlass since he put the exhaust on there at the end of this video, gang. It's Willie Rebuild over and out.